Stella, our very first outing actually 5 years ago, called me the very next morning and said, please help me, please. I hate what I do, I hate my life.
The way I live in Africa,
Yeah.
I don't want to beg to feed.
Of course.
That's why I decided to come to Europe. I came to a woman that promised me that there is work in Europe.
She was tricked into coming into Italy through Libya, through the desert, and getting on a boat and ending up in Sicily through her trafficker, who told her that she would find work as a hairdresser, that you can braid very well, you do hair so beautiful, you should come and work in Europe, there's lots of money there for you and life. So she came, and then once she was at the refugee camp, her madam called her and said, oh, I'm sorry, there's no work for you right now, first you have to prostitute, and for that passage into the sea, over the sea, you have to give me 30,000 euro.
So on my way of arriving Europe, I find myself the very day he told me that I have to walk in the street. You know, I was like, me walking in the street, how?
Stella made a blood oath with her madam, as all the girls do from Nigeria. They're required to do it as their passage because of all the corruption in Nigeria. They know that in Europe we have laws, and we have laws to protect people.
If I did not pay this money,
you will be cursed.
I will be cursed. Something will happen to me.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to pay. We have to just dedicate ourselves to just, you know, pay the money and free from it.
Sure. So we speak about these oaths with the girls very, very openly, and I very boldly profess to them that Jesus can break any oath through repentance, through renouncing, and asking God forgiveness, and He can break that oath, and you could be free from your trafficker.
How am I going to break that yoke when I'm alone?
Sure, you do.
If you did not come to me, how am I going to know that there is
Of
yoke
course,
that I
of
will
course.
break?
But
Yeah.
that's why God sends us as missionaries as
you
well.
for that.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
He says it to bring hope, that there is hope, that those oaths can be broken, and that new life can take place. Because you cannot serve Jesus and the devil. You can't. They can't go like this. You have to break and ask God forgiveness and ask Him for help and say, show me the way of your truth, of your righteousness, and walk in it. So Stella, like many of the girls, 8 years now, she's been on the streets, continues to do it until every penny is paid. So in Italy, she's making 30 euro per client. So you can do the math on that, to pay 30,000 euro, how many men she's been with. So ultimately, Stella, like many of the girls, the more you're on the streets, the less you feel you have worth. So at that point, you're like, you just take on the identity of a prostitute. Well, I'm just a prostitute, I'm just nothing, so I might as well continue. God says you are valuable. Oh, I love you, it makes me cry.
Thank you.
You're so valuable, you're so worth it. Oh.
Thank you.
You don't let the devil tell you don't have value. You have so much value.
Yeah. To God be all the glory. To God all the glory. Because I've passed through difficulties.
You've passed through tough times.
Yeah, I don't want to remember, you know.
Yeah.
Thank God for everything.
But He can get you off the streets. I'll call the safe house for you. I live, you know, just right down the street.
Okay.
So I will call, we can talk to them on the phone together.